Okay. Once again, y'all have already won this, and by now we have to get the pronunciation right. Can.
Okay.
Can. Can we say it once? Not cans.
Okay.
Not cans.
Okay.
Can.
Okay.
Just can.
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 Yeah, we can. Yes.
Densu Webchutney has swept Spikes 2021 yet again. The people who really made it happen are all here on this call. Were you guys expecting this much of a sweep? Because this is a sweep.
I was shocked today to see that we had an award
Lovely.
in every category. It was pretty bizarre.
शुरुआत के लिए इस ट्रेलर को रिपोर्ट कीजिए और इसे बनाइए दुनिया का सबसे ज्यादा रिपोर्टेड ट्रेलर.
And I know while there is no I in team, there is two in Arushi Bajaria. So we'll get started with Arushi.
I mean, it was Trigger Happy was the client, and they were like, "Yeah, Thappad movie is here, and it's a Tapsi Pannu movie, and it's about domestic violence." And because it's a movie which is like very simple, has a simple message, and we had to get something extremely impactful out of it.
So the entire party set was recreated for this particular promo.
Yes, our trailer had to match the continuity, the way the actual trailer has been shot.
We needed to make sure that after viewing this content, women would feel that I will be heard if I went and reported a crime that happened against me.
How did you ever convince your brand team that bringing down a trailer is the way to make sure that your film's a super hit?
It is definitely a big ask, but kudos to the brand team and kudos to the director and everyone involved with the marketing of this film who understood the potential of what this idea could be.
I remember we went with two great ideas. I would actually like to talk about the other idea, how you had the no smoking in every movie as a disclaimer. So why don't we have domestic violence, because it's such a big problem, and it's not only for this movie Thappad. We wanted it to be pushed for every single movie here on, starting with Thappad. So yeah, we got places, but eventually that got bombed.
How sad. All you have is the idea that killed it at Spikes and Curious. That's very unfortunate.
That's what advertising is about. Like, great ideas also need
Fair enough.
have some bad luck sometimes. That's okay.
Fair enough.
It's called the 8-bit Journo, the world's first stealth SMS news service during a blackout.
The usual discourse around the news and content is that there's too much of it. Once that is not part of your life, you begin to realize how much value it actually created. Does it make you guys look at news differently and the role of journalism differently?
PG will have to shift to another link now.
Okay, cool.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
What a beautiful question to end at. And can I please
Yes.
have that in the video? Can I have
Yes.
Saransh saying we need to fucking shift to another link?
Again, like you mentioned, when something is taken away is when you realize how valuable it is. In this particular scenario, it wasn't just news itself, but your right to just be informed of what's happening.
So usually when Sandeepan gets a great idea, he literally, he just holds you. So on the right side, it's me, and the left side is him. He literally holds you and guys, I have an idea. And then he told us about the idea, and we were like, it's a bit scandalous, but I think this is a beautiful idea.
Why do you think this is special? Because it's actually not new tech. Why is this making waves in categories like that?
If you notice the phones that we had before, those old Nokia 3310s, since then, if you look at the amount of complications that you could put into a phone, it also means that there are more vulnerabilities in the phone itself.
What was the design journey like?
It was quite experimental. We had to unlearn a lot of things what we are traditionally trained towards, like Photoshop and all these software, and try to understand the aesthetics of an SMS device.
Me and Aabhaas were making stuff on pixel art, and that was pretty unusual to the advertising thing that we do.
The amount of SMS that me and Devdutt had shared between us, I think I've never SMS so much in my life.
Anirudh and he were just sitting with their heads in their hands, and I'm like, what's up? कि vegetarian word ना हम लोग छोटा नहीं कर पा रहे. Indian नहीं बोल सकते, India बोलना पड़ेगा. I'm like, मतलब? But it does not make sense grammatically, or like you're changing the story completely. And they're like, हाँ पर N fit नहीं हो रहा ना. So I'm like,
here I think the Vice team really needs a good round of applause because they understood what the problems were.
The first design that was created was the Indian rover that was going to be sent to Mars. That was the news, okay? And these guys actually designed the rover.
The best systems which can't be hacked are analog, right? The tech that fascinated us when we were kids came back to connect people in a very meaningful way just because it was so simple. If it would be any more complicated, it wouldn't have been accessible.